Okay, picture this. You're inside a big Cairo bank. It's hot outside, but in here, it's all cool marble, maybe a bit too much air conditioning.
Uh-huh. That kind of quiet tension you get in banks.
Exactly. And behind the counter, a teller. He's looking at these two women. One is elderly, Haga Faiza, just sitting there looking frail.
And the other, Mai, younger, is handing over documents, an ID, passport, withdrawal slip, for a lot of money, 300,000 Egyptian pounds.
And the papers, they look perfect. I mean, the photo matches the old woman, the details are right, the official stamp, the cotton, it's all there.
But something feels, well, wrong. Deeply wrong to this teller. Everything says, yes, proceed, but his gut is screaming no.
It's that exact moment, that knife edge, where this huge, complex fraud is about to either succeed spectacularly or just completely fall apart.
And it all revolves around this unbelievable story of Fakiha, an 84-year-old beggar on the streets of Cairo.
Who, unbeknownst to almost everyone, had managed to save up over 3 million Egyptian pounds. That's, wow.
Yeah, nearly 100 grand in US dollars, hidden away.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into this. The incredible story of Fakiha, her fortune, and the really elaborate 4-part plan her own nephew cooked up to steal it all.
And how one simple question brought the whole thing crashing down.
Let's start with Fakiha herself. She wasn't just, holding out a hand. She was a professional.
Absolutely. For more than 15 years, same spot, Quasar El Aini district. She perfected an image.
How so?
Well, she cultivated this air of sorrow, of need. Her clothes, the way she sat, her silence. It was all calculated. She never pushed, never begged aggressively.
Ah, so people felt compelled to give rather than pressure.
Exactly. It maximized sympathy, and clearly it worked astonishingly well.
3 million pounds, well,
Yeah.
It's hard to even wrap your head around for someone in her position.
And her banking routine was just as meticulous, only once a month.
Right, and she'd convert all the small change into big notes, 200 EGP bills.
Yeah, keeps it quick, discreet, deposit 50, maybe 60,000 EGP each time. Enough to build the fortune, but maybe not enough to raise immediate red flags about her.
But here's the vulnerability, the key thing they exploited. Fakiha couldn't read or write.
Correct. Which meant she used a khatam, an official stamp. In Egypt, for those who are illiterate, this is their legal signature. Registered with the government, the bank, it carries the full weight of a signature.
So stealing that stamp.
Is like stealing her entire identity, legally speaking. Full stop.
And who knew about the money, the routine, and the power of that stamp? Her nephew, Wahid.
Unemployed. Tried his hand at, petty crime, maybe even begging himself, but saw his aunt's millions and realized he needed to go bigger. Professional.
So he assembled a team.
He did. He needed skills he didn't have. First, Mostafa, a real pro at forgery, not just photocopies. We're talking replicating official paper, seals, numbering, the works.
Okay, the document guy.
And second, Mai, his ex-girlfriend. Apparently sharp, presentable, but also desperate for cash. She'd be the voice, the one interacting with the bank staff.
The plan they came up with, this 4-part blueprint, it's audacious. Step 1.
Find an elderly woman who looked like Fakiha.
Step 2. Mostafa forges the ID and passport. Fakiha's details, but the lookalike's photo.
Step 3. Wahid steals the khatam, the crucial stamp.
And step 4. Mai goes with the lookalike, does all the talking.
Precisely.
Why the lookalike, though? If Mostafa's forgeries were that good, why not just have Mai use a forged ID or rely solely on the stamp's authority?
Good question. Because even the best forgery has limits. A bank teller, or maybe their system, would instantly flag the age difference if someone young like Mai tried to use an 84-year-old's ID.
Right, the photo on the ID has to reasonably match the person standing there.
Exactly. They needed that physical resemblance. The lookalike, Haga Faiza, she was the human element that made the forged photo believable, the shield, really.
Finding her must have been tough.
Took them 2 weeks, apparently, searching neighborhoods, looking for the right person, and then they found her, Haga Faiza. Kind, seemed naive, not well off, lived in a working-class area, and crucially, looked a lot like Fakiha.
Okay, so you find the perfect double. How do you possibly convince this innocent old lady to walk into a bank and help you steal millions?
You don't tell her she's stealing millions. You lie. You use the charity lie.
What was the story?
They approached her, Wahid, Mostafa, Mai, pretending to work for a very wealthy, very private benefactress. This benefactor apparently gave secret monthly payments to the poor and also sponsored Umrah pilgrimages to Mecca.
Wow, an Umrah pilgrimage. That's a powerful lure for a devout elderly woman of modest means.
It absolutely sealed it. Faiza was overjoyed, agreed immediately. They asked for her photo, told her it was for the, travel documents for the pilgrimage.
Which Mostafa then used for the forgeries.
Instantly, high-quality fakes, Fakiha's name, details, date of birth, but Haga Faiza's face. And Mai kept in touch, constantly reminding Faiza about the need for total secrecy. The rich benefactor liked her good deeds kept quiet, you see.
Clever.
Yeah.
And cruel. So, the stage is set. The forgeries are ready.
Wahid manages to steal the stamp. They know they have a limited time before Fakiha notices or needs it.
They pick up Haga Faiza. What did they tell her this time?
That this bank visit was just to finalize her monthly aid payment and the last step for the Umrah papers. And they gave her very strict instructions. Stay silent. Let Mai do all the talking. Only use the stamp when Mai tells you to.
Chilling instructions, really.
And heist number 1, it went off without a hitch.
Seriously.
Flawlessly.
Wow.
Mai requested 300,000 EGP. The teller they got didn't know Fakiha personally. He saw the perfect documents, the legitimate stamp, the elderly woman matching the photo, processed it.
They walked out with 300,000 pounds.
Just like that. They gave Faiza a tiny fraction, maybe 2,000 EGP, calling it her monthly aid. The rest, they split it.
That kind of success, it must have felt like they'd cracked the system.
Oh, absolutely. Intoxicating. The forgery work, the look-alike work, the stamp work, they probably felt invincible.
Which often leads to...
Mistakes, greed, overconfidence. Just 2 days later, they went back.
2 days.
Yep. Made up some excuse for Faiza, processing fee or something equally flimsy, went back to the same bank, and withdrew another 100,000 EGP.
Unbelievable. And Faiza still had no clue.
None. Still dreaming of her pilgrimage to Mecca. Meanwhile, the real Fakiha is still out there, completely unaware her fortune is being drained.
So 400,000 EGP gone.
Yeah.
The whole thing now hangs on timing, doesn't it? When will Fakiha go for her own deposit?
Exactly. And fate, or just coincidence, steps in. After that second heist, they presumably return the stamp. Then a few days later, Fakiha does her usual thing, goes to the bank.
Takes her monthly deposit, 50, 60,000 EGP.
But this time, she gets a different teller, a more, let's say, observant one. And this teller notices the contradiction. This woman looks incredibly poor, destitute even, yet she's depositing huge amounts of cash regularly.
Does he say anything?
No, he doesn't act on it, doesn't ask about the balance or anything. But the image, this discrepancy, it lodges in his mind.
That little detail, that's the seed of doubt.
Precisely. So the criminals wait a bit. Wahid manages to get the stamp again. They prep Faiza for heist number 3, another big one, 300,000 EGP. They tell her this is it, the absolute final step before her trip.
Okay, third time's the charm, or
not. Mai and Faiza walk into the bank. They go up to a window, and it's him.
No, the same teller.
The exact same observant teller who saw the real Fakiha making her deposit just days before. Pure bad luck for them.
Oh, Mai must have felt her blood run cold, even if she didn't show it.
You have to assume so, because the teller, he recognizes the face or the resemblance, right? But the story doesn't fit now.
Right, the woman he saw depositing thousands alone. Why is she now back with this younger, well-dressed woman trying to withdraw hundreds of thousands? It makes no sense.
His suspicion isn't just a vague feeling anymore. It's focused. He looks at the documents again. They still look perfect. The stamp seems right.
But the context is all wrong.
Exactly. So he proceeds carefully, but he signals his manager. The manager comes over. They look at everything. Technically, it's all valid. The papers are flawless. The stamp is correct.
But the teller's instinct.
It's screaming forgery. But based on what? There's no visible flaw in the evidence?
This is it, the critical moment. What does he do?
He does something brilliant. Simple, but brilliant. He completely bypasses the physical evidence. He ignores the perfect passport, the ID card that Faiza matches. He ignores the official stamp.
He looks directly at the elderly woman, Haga Faiza,
and asks the most basic question imaginable, a question no one prepared Faiza for, because why would they?
He asks,
"What is your name?"
Oh, wow.
And Faiza, bless her, completely innocent, probably a bit nervous, but wanting to be helpful for her charity trip. She answers honestly, instantly.
She says,
Faiza, and gives her full name.
Not Fakiha.
Not Fakiha. The name on the account, the name on the ID she's holding is Fakiha. The woman sitting in front of him is Faiza.
Boom. That's it.
That's the reveal. He confirmed it. Not by finding a mistake on the paper, but by finding the fatal flaw in the person, in the identity itself. He trusted his observation of the narrative, not just the documents.
Incredible presence of mind. What happened then? Chaos.
Pretty much. Security was alerted immediately. Mai apparently realized the game was up and tried to run for it, but they caught her right away.
And poor Haga Faiza.
Utterly confused, probably thought she'd filled out a form wrong for her pilgrimage or something, had no idea what was really happening.
So the aftermath.
It unfolded quickly. Forensic experts examined the documents and confirmed, yes, these were extremely professional forgeries, top-tier stuff.
And Mai.
She confessed pretty quickly. Gave up Wahid and Mostafa, the forger. They were arrested within days.
What about Haga Faiza? Was she charged?
No, thankfully. Investigators quickly realized she was completely duped. An unwitting victim who genuinely believed she was part of a secret charity program. She was cleared of all charges.
And the real Fakiha. When did she find out?
She was summoned by the authorities, likely the bank first. Can you imagine being told not only that someone tried to steal millions from you, but that the mastermind was your own nephew? The shock must have been immense.
Just devastating. So Wahid, Mostafa, Mai, they face serious charges.
Oh, yes. Fraud, forgery, conspiracies, significant crimes.
But there's a slightly positive end note to this for Haga Faiza.
There is, actually. It's quite touching. When the story got out, particularly the detail about how they lured her with the promise of an Umrah pilgrimage,
Yeah.
local philanthropists heard about it, and they decided to make it right. They pooled funds and made sure Haga Faiza got her pilgrimage to Mecca. For real this time.
Oh, that's wonderful. The promise used for the con was fulfilled by actual charity in the end.
Yeah, a really nice touch of poetic justice, maybe.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway here? You have this master plan, professional forgery, identity theft, all foiled by what?
By human observation, intuition, and fundamentally by the criminal's own overconfidence and failure to account for simple routine.
It's ironic, isn't it? Fakiha herself was a master of deception on the street,
Mm-hmm.
but her downfall, or the attempt on her fortune, came because her own routine was so predictable, visiting the bank just once a month.
Exactly. That predictability is what Wahid built the entire plan around. But it also created the tiny window for that observant teller to notice the difference. The woman depositing alone versus the woman withdrawing with a companion, the timing was everything.
It really makes you think. This whole elaborate scheme, finding a lookalike, forging perfect documents, stealing a legal stamp, it netted them 400,000 EGP before it failed. And it all pivoted on one simple, predictable habit.
Yeah.
So the final thought maybe for you listening, what seemingly mundane, predictable routines do you have in your digital life, your physical movements? Things that feel boring, but could potentially be mapped out and, well, exploited by someone looking closely enough. Something to think about.
Definitely food for thought.
Okay, that brings us to the end of this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.